Well, as you did for me, I'll introduce a fun little segment you did in the Sports Cave earlier this week with Ryan Briscoe. 3 segments today. This is the first of a new game show debuting right here on the Sports Cave called Aussie Answers.
Welcome into Aussie Answers. It is the challenge of the week for Ryan Briscoe. We're going to find out just how well he knows his homeland. And we're going to start the first round, 5 questions, each of them with a point value. We start with the 100-point question for you, Mr. Briscoe. In what state or territory was the highest temperature ever recorded in Australia, 53 degrees Celsius?
I'm going to go with the Northern Territory.
You do not get that correct. Queensland is the right answer. The 200-point question. Australia has the world's largest sand island. What is that sand island's name?
Is it Fraser Island?
You are correct, and he's up to 200 points. The 300-point question. Who is older, Paul Hogan or Olivia Newton-John?
Paul Hogan.
Correct.
Yes.
He's up to 500 points. The 400-point question. What was the name of the character that Olivia Newton-John played in the movie Grease?
No.
He does not get that. The correct answer, and I'm sure many of you know this, is Sandy. Danny and Sandy.
Of course it was.
Of course. So you're stuck on 500. Here's the 500-point question, the final question of the first round. How many times has Australia hosted the Olympics?
Twice.
Correct. 1956.
And 2000.
So he finishes the first round with 1,000 points. The question is, in the second round, will he get to the 3,000-point threshold? If he does, he qualifies for the grand prize. You're going to have to come back and find out if he has it.
We'll see how many answers he knows. Ryan Briscoe is starting 5th in today's second duel in Detroit.
Continue to roll in. We want more Tom. We want more Tom. So let's give the people more Tom and more Ryan Briscoe in the second segment of Aussie Answers.
More Tom.
It is round 2 of Aussie Answers. We start with Ryan Briscoe, who has 1,000 points on the board. He has to get to 3,000 points to earn the grand prize as we test his knowledge of his home country. The 200-point question in round 2. In Australian currency, what animal was featured on the back of the 2-cent coin before it was discontinued in 1991?
Platypus.
Close. The frill-neck lizard.
Oh, you're right.
The 400-point question. What band took the United States by storm in 1987 with its Kick album?
You know, I was born in the 1980s, right?
This is a classic band. Michael Hutchins is my clue.
AC/DC.
Oh, good guess, but no, In Excess. 600-point question, as you're stuck on 1,000. What is South Australia's largest island? What's the animal that's most associated with Australia?
The Tasmanian Devil.
The next one.
The kangaroo. Kangaroo Island.
Kangaroo Island. Should we give it to him? What do we think? Should we give it to him? Judges say yes, we should give it to him. So he's up to 1,600 points. The 800-point question. Name Australia's westernmost point.
Perth.
Steep Point. Shark Bay.
Okay.
Does that qualify? You maybe know better.
No.
All right.
I've never been over there.
So now we're up to the 1,000-point question. If you get this, it'll get you up to 2,600. Who is the most decorated Australian Olympian of all time? What Australian Olympian has won the most medals?
It's a swimmer, right?
It is.
It's Ian Thorpe.
Bam! So he gets himself up to 2,600 points, which does not get him to the threshold we need to win the grand prize.
Wow.
So we're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll have one final question to see if Ryan Briscoe can earn the grand prize right here on Aussie Answers.
Oh, that's drama. That's suspense. Thrills galore.
Literally on the edge of my seat right now. I'm teetering with excitement.
I hope he gets there. I'm a little worried for him. Got to come back and watch.
He knows his country. I've got a busy show going on later on. I'm going to have to step aside, and especially with our high school play of the week, this is the second time that our friends at state champs have picked someone against Brother Rice.
Don't leave yet. We still got to find out if Ryan Briscoe's going to win the grand prize.
Oh
dude.
my gosh, I'm so nervous.
Final segment of Aussie Answers.
I'm just worked up.
It's all led up to this. We're in the final round of Aussie Answers. We're with Ryan Briscoe, and he has 2,600 points. He needs 3,000 to gain the grand prize, and he has to risk at least 400. You might as well risk it all because it's either make or break.
I'll risk it all. I'm in. All in.
The final question of Aussie Answers. Time on the clock, please. He has 15 seconds to answer if necessary. What Australian band, formed in 1973, was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2003?
I'm going to go with AC/DC.
Bam! And he wins, and with that, Ryan Briscoe eclipses the 3,000-point mark, and he wins our grand prize. And I know you are waiting, dying to know what the grand prize is. The grand prize comes in 2 parts.
Oh, look at that.
It's a Barbie,
But is she Australian?
and it's some shrimp. Now, I'd recommend
Shrimp
on the Barbie.
Barbie.
Congratulations, Ryan Briscoe, the champion of Aussie Answers.
Shrimp on the Barbie, mate.
I give him full credit.
Well played.
He came
Well
up with
played.
that grand prize.
That was
Nicely
awesome.
done.
Yeah.